The expectations are low. The Dollar Tree D25 has hot tools. Look at them putting that extra quarter to good use. For $10, you can get this hair dryer, or you can get this dryer brush. They're both by the same company, Be Glam. The maker of Be Glam is Bytech. Bytech is in New York, and it's a company that designs, supplies, and sells tech accessories. They supply a lot of products for Five Below and Walmart. Power banks, cell phone chargers, cell phone accessories, and now hair tools. The first one we're gonna try is this little Dyson dupe. Oh, it's purple! You get the dryer and an airflow attachment. This is actually a really cheap plastic. Feels similar to a popsicle mold. And to my surprise, they have the GFCI, the plug with the panic button. Looks like the plug has more features than the dryer itself. This twist on. Now the real Dyson, which we can't compare the two. The real Dyson is magnetic. I don't have the hair dryer anymore. It actually blew up on me. For people like me who have fine, thinner hair, the Dyson is a no. It dries the hair extremely fast, but in return, you get very dry, brittle, weak hair. So I personally, for me, do not like the Dyson anyway. Hose her down. She gets the hose again. For the heat protectant, we have Tresemme. This is part of their A-list collection. This is also very nice. Other than the smell, it's not patchouli, but it's a similar earthy smell that smells bad. The gold button, I'll be honest, it is a very cheap plastic feeling. The bottom one is cold air. The first little wavy line is medium warm air. Two wavy lines, high warm air. And then at the top here, you also have a cool shot. But we're gonna put it on wavy line number 1 and do a rough dry of the roots, which is just getting the root area dry. That's pretty cool. We're gonna do blue line number 2, wavy line number 2, high speed. That is a very underwhelming amount of airflow. Let's try the cool air. That is actually perfect. In the salon, I use a very nice hair dryer, and even that doesn't have that option. You have to hit the cool shot in order to create just cool air. But there's a lot of people, including myself, not to brag, but my hair is fried, who cannot have heat on their hair. So this feature is actually really cool. And the blow dryer itself is very lightweight. Don't really love this little guy. It is not a quiet hair dryer by any means when you're comparing it to the Dyson. But listen, hair dryers are loud. They're drying hair. So far, I'm actually impressed. Now we're gonna start doing Denman brush work and a little bit of round brush work. This is a dupe to the Denman brush. It's from Temu. I've got a little dandruff right there. 'Tis the season for snow. I'm gonna go for a smooth style on this side because it's the easiest. Just taking the blow dryer and whoop with the Denman brush, letting the brush do most of the work. And we'll use the 2 wavy lines, highest speed, highest heat. It actually doesn't get that hot. Already what I've noticed is this gets really hot. This is a very large opening. Normally on hair dryers, more so the newer ones, it's going to be a very skinny opening so it can direct the airflow to get the sleekest style. Because this is so wide, you're losing a little bit of control. But if they were to redesign this, they could half this size to control the airflow more, but it's not terrible. It does seem like it would just melt though. I don't know. I'm gonna also do a little round brushing. And we'll hit it with the cool shot. The cool shot is necessary to form the curl. You set the curl with heat, you form it or lock it in with cool air. Here it is, completely dry. It is frizzy. It's not terrible. I can run the smoothing iron through it. In order to smooth hair, you need heat. This just doesn't get very hot. In a lot of ways, I like that. For me, the days I just dry my roots, it's perfect. I would also recommend it for kids who are just starting to learn how to do their hair. Teens and tweens, Sephora babies. It's not going to burn their hair. I mean, well, it could still burn their hair, but it's a lot safer to use something like this. Well, I don't know about safer. I mean, don't look at mine. I've got it in a dang extension cord. I know that's a no-no. I don't know about the safety on the $10 tool. You're gonna pop a few breakers. My old house used to do that, my scary house. You plug in one thing and the whole house powers down. You gotta walk outside all the way around the house, flip the breaker. Now the basement's flooding because it was built on top of well water or a well. You had to use a pump so it wouldn't flood. The pump needs electricity. It's a whole big thing. Anyway, you couldn't use a blow dryer. But that's what you get when you get a house from 1918. You get ghosts and a lot of electrical problems. Anyway, the likelihood of them burning their hair is less with this. But again, if you have coarse hair, curly hair that you're trying to smooth out, this is not for you. By the same company, B-Gland or Bitech, we have a dryer brush. This also has a 6-foot cord and 3 settings. Oh wow. It is a lot nicer than I thought it was gonna be. For this, they are copying the Revlon brush. Here's the name brand one, just pretend it's clean. It's a lot heavier. If you get really close, you can see the boar bristles and the pinhead ones. There's a lot more on the name brand one, which is really what's gonna help smooth your hair out. These are spaced out further, obviously for cost control, I'm sure. This may work on hair textures like mine. Very unlikely it would work for thicker or coarser hair though. The Revlon one is about $20. Again, this one's $10. And actually, how in the heck did they manage that? This is the Revlon cord, and this is the Dollar Tree one. The Dollar Tree one has a nicer, thicker cord, but they have the same panic buttons. It's recommended to use a brush like this on hair that's 50 to 80% dry, so you wouldn't want to start with soaking wet hair on this. Back in with the heat protectant. Otherwise, you're gonna get unnecessary damage. It looks just like the Revlon one. It has the low, medium, and high airflow settings. You just twist this. The Revlon one is low, high, cool, and off. Same thing, you twist it. This one is just a nicer plastic, if there's such a thing. This one is lacking the cool setting. 1 second, let me blow dry my roots really quickly, and that will give a chance for my camera to cool down. 1 moment. All right, we're back, and my face is oily. I have really been liking this. Take a picture of this from the Dollar Tree. Pressing powder. I only have 2 brushes, don't judge the paper towel, but it helps control the oil, the shine. We unboxed it last week, I think. So I've used it for a little over a week, and I really like it. I've got my hair 70-ish% dry, so this apparently will smooth it out, make it nice and sleek while adding volume. And just like the Revlon, it has a little handle here, although not as big. This is the Revlon one, it's a little bit skinnier. That's what you can hold on to while you're cranking it, so that way you don't burn your hand off. Let's do the high setting. Not too bad. Couple things I've noticed so far. This does get hot. That can be good or bad. Good because it will smooth the hair out better, but can also be bad because more heat is more damage. And if you keep going over the hair, you're just compacting a lot of heat. This needs to be bigger. It's not tall enough to really grab onto, and it does get hot also. The material of this should have been changed to a heat-proof material. I know that's a lot more money though. You may have to wear one of those heat-proof gloves if you plan on holding this. Now we'll try medium, which they're calling middle heat. What? It is making a weird bzzz noise at me. Carry on. Still a little frizzy, but it's not terrible. I do wish it had a cool setting that would help control the frizz or keep it sleek a lot longer. Here it is after the brush. I like the way the bang area looks. Still a little bit of frizz, but because it got a little bit hotter or more hot, it looks better than the blow dryer side. I'm gonna go over it with the Revlon Quick Pass and see if that will take out some of this frizz. That side looks way better already, but this thing is not my favorite, honestly. It does get so hot. Or back up, not my favorite for me because of my hair texture. I like it for extremely curly, thicker, coarser hair, but for me, it's just too much. To create volume, I've showed you this before, but this is the Conair tool and the mat. Love the heat-proof mat from the Dollar Tree we unboxed or talked about a couple weeks ago. It rolls. You can put your tool in it, and maybe we talked about this on my other channel. I don't know. They're all running together right now. This is the dupe to the Volume hair volumizing tool. It's $150. This one is $15, but I could only find it at walmart.com. So you take it in areas you want volume, usually the crown area, place the iron and rotate it up so it can hit through the teeth. Do it again, just for a couple seconds, and it's gonna create a little stair-step texture in your hair that's going to push the other hair to create volume. Shine spray, also from the Tresemme A-list collection. Just on the ends. Whoa, nobody light a cigarette. The place is gonna burn up. Oh, see, sometimes it can look too greasy. Let it dry. We gotta get with the Tresemme, folks. The scent is terrible. I've been using the volumizing tool a lot instead of teasing my hair. I think it's gonna be a lot better in the long run. And sometimes I'll put some here and then even up here. And I'm just gonna leave this side. That's why this side is so much more healthier, because by the time I finish this side, I don't have any interest in doing the other one. Thanks for being here and joining me to try these new hot tools. If you have any questions, comments, likes, dislikes, make sure you leave them below. I'll link everything I used below, including the Tresemme A-list collection. I think you can only get this at Target. You just want to check. On all my links, I try to price check them. If it's way more expensive, I'll put a little star and a note like, hey, just go get this at the actual store if you're able to, because sometimes Amazon will take for example, my favorite candies are Lindt, am I saying that right? Lindt Petites desserts. These are what I consider a high-end dessert, meaning I will only buy them on extremely special occasions. They're at the World Market. I don't live near a World Market, so I'm not gonna drive downtown to get a dang box of chocolate. Also, I don't really have anything special to celebrate right now. I mean, other than just breathing. Well, I do have my cancer checkup. Y'all pray for me. It's December 22nd, I think, right before Christmas. If I get bad news, I'm gonna be pissed. But I'm feeling good. It's got to be good, because mentally I'm not tough enough right now. We will get through whatever it is. Anyway, I'm feeling great. It's gonna be fine. I just have to go through the motions, you know? Maybe I'll get a box of chocolates when I'm celebrating my good news. Positive affirmations. A box at World Market is $15-ish now. On Amazon, it's $40. All that to say, I will try to let you know if this $6 can of Shine Spray is selling for $40 on Amazon. I'll let you know to just go to the store if you're able to. If you're not, maybe it's cheaper to DoorDash it or Postmates, Grubhub, I don't know. I don't use any of those. It's another thing that's outrageous. How is a $5 salad now $40? Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got for today. Thanks again, as always, for joining me, supporting me, riding whatever ride we're on together on this floating rock. Don't forget, I'm here every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, that's it. So, here we go being awkward. I'm just gonna shut the camera off now.